the October 13th, 2021, the quiet residential streets of Longmont, Colorado were repurposed into a tactical kill zone. This was not a random act of street violence. It was a coordinated operation of surgical erasure. As Jason Schaefer stood beside his mail truck, unsuspecting and engaged in his daily service, he was being tracked like prey through a digital net woven by his ex-partner, Devon Shriner, and her accomplice, AJ Richie. The murder was carried out with chilling clinical precision. After AJ, a federal correctional officer used his professional surveillance skills to shadow Jason's route for hours. He signaled Devon when the target was vulnerable. Disguised in a dark hoodie and mask, Devon approached and fired 5 rounds. 3 struck Jason, including 2 execution-style shots to the face and forehead. The presence of forensic stippling proved the muzzle was inches from his skin, a testament to the intimate hatred fueling the trigger. Following the slaughter, Devon enacted a plan of data camouflage. She left her postal scanner stationary miles away to create a fraudulent GPS alibi. Then Thanyan returned to her route, delivering mail with the cold detachment of a sociopath, while the father of her child lay dying on the pavement. The tragedy of the Schaefer case lies in the harrowing contrast between the victim's hope and the predator's narcissism. While Jason had built a new life and found happiness with Rosa, Devon's own sister, Devon viewed his joy as a personal insult. She did not want Jason, but she refused to let him exist outside of her control. To Devon, Jason and their 5-year-old son were not human beings, but disposable liabilities in a custody battle she refused to lose. Assisted by AJ Richie, who traded his badge for the role of a spotter to protect their secret affair, they treated the annihilation of a human life as a logistical hurdle, maintained a fabricated normalcy in the interrogation room, and expected their amateur digital ruse to shield them from the ultimate betrayal of their own tracks.
It was a beautiful fall day in Colorado. Longmont letter carrier Jason Schaefer was delivering his route on October 13, 2021. But just after noon, the 33-year-old Schaefer, who had worked for the Postal Service for 10 years, was gunned down on his delivery route. Schaefer was pronounced dead on scene. Longmont police immediately responded, while postal customers reported seeing a person wearing a dark-colored hoodie and possibly a blue mask, fleeing following the shooting. Postal inspectors from the Denver Division Headquarters, Colorado Springs, and Cheyenne, Wyoming, immediately responded and began the investigation with Longmont Police, Postal Service OIG agents, and the Boulder County District Attorney's Office. Postal inspectors from other field divisions converged on Colorado, swelling the ranks of investigators. Schaefer's ex-girlfriend, Devon Shriner, with whom Schaefer had a child, was quickly developed as a suspect. During the initial investigation, postal inspectors acquired video footage from several homes near where the shooting occurred. With this video, postal inspectors were able to determine the escape path of the shooter. One video showed a person running from the incident, wearing a long-sleeve, dark-colored top with a possible hood. Another video showed a black Nissan SUV missing the passenger front hubcap, driving past and away from the crime scene. Postal inspectors learned Shriner owned a 2017 black Nissan Rogue. They obtained an image of the vehicle without a passenger front hubcap that was captured months earlier. Shriner was also a postal employee. Postal inspectors reviewed Shriner's GPS data on the day of the shooting through her Postal Service scanner. Postal inspectors found there was an extended period of time where the scanner was stationary, very unusual for a carrier not to have walking and driving activity. It was also learned that Shriner and Schaefer were in a custody suit over their son. Further adding to a motive was that Schaefer was dating another member of Shriner's family. Shriner was arrested and charged with murder of Jason Schaefer. But that's not the end of the story. She did not act alone. Shriner's Postal Service scanner, immobile for hours, and her cell phone were at or near the residence of Andrew Richie. Richie, a federal corrections officer, was Shriner's boyfriend at the time. Postal inspectors determined Shriner and Richie plotted to kill Schaefer while he was delivering mail in southwest Longmont on October 13, 2021. Richie was arrested on October 20, 2021. Devon Shriner went to trial on March 7, 2023, and was found guilty of murder in the first degree and immediately sentenced to life in prison without parole. The district attorney called Shriner a cold-blooded murderer. He also praised postal inspectors and Longmont detectives for bringing their best efforts, ensuring that justice was done. Richie's trial started in September, and on September 25th, he was found guilty on first-degree murder charges and immediately sentenced to life in prison with no possibility of parole. The effort of Case Inspector Justin Mole, along with the support of Postal Inspection Service analysts, technical specialists, and postal inspectors, working collaboratively with the rest of the task force, demonstrates our collective commitment to leaving no stone unturned in an investigation involving a member of our Postal Service family and to pursue justice to the fullest extent of the law.
Hey, Gary and Natasha, good morning. Yeah, it's understandable that just so many people who knew and loved Jason Schaefer are dealing with a lot of heartbreak right now. And just like you mentioned, it's evidenced right here by this memorial right here behind me. Flowers lining this curb right here. There's a sign with notes to Jason on them. There's a candle that's actually glowing, but now you can't really see it a whole lot with the sun coming up. But yes, this is all certainly evidence of just how loved Jason Schaefer was, especially in the Postal Service community. One of his colleagues, Brandy Brackett, spoke with 9 News about her friendship with Jason. She described her workdays no longer being the same without seeing him in the parking lot, checking in to see how each other is doing, exchanging those friendly looks with each other. She says he was a very animated guy. Actually talked about how hard it was going to be to return to work without him. And Brackett also told our team she suspected something was wrong when he didn't respond to the last text that she sent him. And before police released Schaefer's name, Brackett says she knew it was him.
I asked what kind of postal vehicle was over there. Yeah, and they told me it was a ProMaster. He's the only one in that area that drives a ProMaster.
And as we had mentioned at the top of this report, Jason did play on a work league softball team. His colleagues actually say they're going to be doing something very special to honor him tonight. They are going to be leaving his uniform and his cleats in the place where he played, as well as they're going to make T-shirts with his name and number on them, Gary, as their way to honor him.
She attempted to construct an alibi based on activities so mundane they bordered on boring. When the detective asked about her schedule on the morning of October 13th, the window when Jason was gunned down, Devon replied with an eerily calm demeanor, claiming she was simply taking a long lunch break to eat pizza rolls and argue with her boyfriend. Devon remembers the specific food and the details of a trivial argument vividly, yet she is vague about the horror occurring blocks away. She is trying to anchor herself in a reality where she is just a stressed employee having a bad date, rather than a killer. GPS coordinates from Devon's postal scanner during that time frame do not show her delivering mail. The scanner was stationary, left like a digital decoy near AJ's house, while CCTV captured her black Nissan Rogue distinctly missing a front hubcap, circling the Somerset Meadows neighborhood.
Ex-wife living.
Okay. What did you do when you left his house? Did he go with you? You were in your postal vehicle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys, what happened after that?
We argued for a while, and then he got angry and left, and I stayed in my truck, and I was very upset, so I was crying, and I was in my truck, and waited for a while until I was able to calm down.
Mm-hmm. What made you so upset this time as opposed to any other time?
Because I'm always upset.
Okay.
It's not any different.
Well, what car does he drive?
He drives a big Duramax truck.
Okay. Where did you go after that?
I just hung out for a little bit, and then I continued my route.
Did you stop anywhere else?
No, just did my route. I spoke to a coworker who was talking to me and just said, like, hey, did you hear that something happened down in Longmont? Like, we heard that somebody that worked at the post office got hurt, and that was kind of it. We talked about the route, but we didn't. I think that was about it. He heard through the grapevine that somebody had gotten hurt in Longmont, and he asked if I had heard anything about that, and I said no, I did not. He didn't give me any specific details.
From a concerned mother to a calculating expert and a protector. When the detective confronts her with GPS evidence, she doesn't show grief. She becomes arrogant. She tries to correct the investigator on how postal technology works, claiming he doesn't understand scanners. To her, the investigation is merely a technical dispute she can win with jargon. This total lack of emotional weight regarding Jason's death is the clearest sign of sociopathic detachment.
Told me.
Yeah.
When did you pick him up from school?
Probably about 3. The police escorted him back here, and Rosa was here as well.
Why? She is not his guardian.
No, she's not his guardian.
Okay, then why was she here?
We're not releasing her yet. We want to find out.
So she's with him? She's with my son?
We're all with. She's being interviewed by a detective because we're not sure who she is.
She's my sister.
The child is here. The child is being interviewed by a forensic interviewer.
He should not be interviewed because I didn't give consent for him to be spoken to.
He's a witness, so he doesn't need consent from the
Was he there? Was he in the...
But he's going to tell us about the relationship between you and his father. I'd like to exonerate you if you didn't have anything to do with this and get you out of this police department.
Yes, because I would like to see my son.
Let's go back a little bit so I can see who you are and see whether or not I can release the child to you. Do you know of anyone that want to get Jason in trouble?
In trouble? No.
Or out to get him? Want to shoot him?
No.
Nothing like that? Okay. Does it surprise you that someone would go up and shoot him?
Yes, it surprises me a lot. I didn't know, I don't know anybody that would want to hurt him.
Want to find out what happened?
Yes, of course I want to find out.
Well,
what
I'm
happened.
sure that you do.
That wasn't why I wasn't answering or wanting to talk anymore. The detective is saying that we're going to be doing all of these things that I don't understand. So and
I think he didn't understand like the scanner thing because I walked in a little bit and I heard you talking about the scanner and you were trying to correct him about kind of how the scanner works. So I thought, well, maybe if I come down there, you'd be maybe a little more comfortable talking to an inspector. And I'll explain everything like he has.
While Devon stays cold, her accomplice AJ Richie tries to flip the script. He claims he followed Jason only to warn him about Devon's instability. He projects the image of a concerned whistleblower onto himself to distract the investigators, hoping they will see him as a witness rather than the tactical spotter who guided the killer to her target.
And told me that there was no talking her out. After talking to her, and she's mentioned it in the past, she has talked about his route because she knows the Longmont routes. So I went out there, I knew his route number, I found him, and I continued to stay on the phone with her and try to tell her, try to talk her out of it. But I thought that she was going to go there a lot earlier than that. I thought that if I would see her, I could stop her. Eventually, she told me, you know what, don't worry about it, I'm not going to do it, it's fine, I'm going to go back to work, and she hung up the phone with me. At that point in time, I stopped over at his truck, and I told him that he should watch out for her, because I think she's planning on doing something. He just looked.
Why would a person claiming a random incident have a victim with 3 precision gunshot wounds at point-blank range? Because subconsciously, Devon knows this wasn't a fight. It was an execution. Forensic evidence identified stippling on Jason's forehead, proving the muzzle was nearly pressed against his skin. She didn't just fire, she ensured he would never breathe again. But the most terrifying truth lies in the digital forensic recovery. Technicians recovered a photo from AJ's phone, taken 2 days before the murder, showing Devon posing in the exact bathroom, wearing the same dark hoodie and mask used in the shooting. This completely changes the nature of the crime. Devon Shriner is not just a disgruntled ex. She is a calculated assassin. She murdered Jason execution style to enact total control, aiming to erase his existence and claim victory in their custody battle, treating a human life as a disposable liability that blocked her path to total possession of their son.
Tried to call the police. I mean, I have, and it didn't help, but there's other things that I could have done. Why would I shoot him?
I don't let people ever shoot people. And I'm not saying you shot him. Maybe someone else shot him. Someone shot him 5 times in the face. That's kind of a lot of hatred. They didn't steal anything from him. Someone shot him because they're really upset with him. They shot him in cold blood. They shot him 5 times and let him bleed to death there. That's someone who knows this guy. And you know him very well. Why is your car in Longmont when your scanner?
I don't know. I am on my route working.
Do you work in a mail truck or your personal car?
No, I work in a mail truck.
So why is your car down here killing your ex?
I don't know. But it
you
sounds
understand
like...
why that's so concerning to me.
Yes, I do understand
so did someone
that.
borrow your car? Help me out here.
I don't know, but it seems like with all of these things that you're going to be doing that I need to have a lawyer or ask for a lawyer, or I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say about that, but...
I'm going to take your phone. I'm going to apply for a search warrant to search you. I'm not going to ask you any more questions about this homicide. I'm going to treat you with respect and get that going. Okay?
So...
She sat in that courtroom with the same detached arrogance she showed while delivering mail, just hours after the execution, proving that for Devon, murder was nothing more than a tactical necessity. But the scales of justice are not balanced by lies. In February 2023, it took a jury less than 8 hours to dismantle her web of deception. The verdict was a hammer blow to her ego. Guilty on all counts. The judge delivered the ultimate finality: life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. Months later, her accomplice, A.J. Richie, was handed the same fate, ensuring their secret alliance would end in separate, lifelong cages. The case of Devon Shriner stands as a terrifying portrait of malignant possession. It is a reminder that the most dangerous monsters don't always hide in the dark. Sometimes, they wear a uniform and carry a mailbag, calmly planning an execution between delivery stops.